Today is November 3rd, 2020 at the time of writing. The time is currently 4:39 a.m. Beyond Light launches in 7 days, and I'm left here wondering how it all began. Just over 5 years ago, I was introduced to the world of Destiny for the first time, and it is a world that has literally changed my life in a variety of different ways. As the release date for Beyond Light has crept closer and closer day by day, I found myself in a sort of reflectional period of my life, and that's why I'm here. The Destiny community is one I love and cherish greatly. Even through all the rough times we've faced, we've come together to do some amazing things, be it big or small, and because of that, I've decided that I want to try and leave my mark on the community. I want to share my voice, and I'm hoping that by doing so, I can possibly be a catalyst for even more discussion or positivity within our community. And it just sounds fun. So, with that being said, grab a drink and take a seat. I'm going to share my story with you, from one guardian to another. My journey with Destiny started roughly around August 2015, a month before the Taken King's release. I knew pretty much nothing about the game at the time other than its name, and just so happened to get into it when a few friends of mine mentioned they needed another person to play with. Like previously mentioned, I knew nothing about the game, but was just happy to have something to play with friends. As the days and weeks flew by leading up to the Taken King's release, excitement kept building up inside of me. I eventually ended up going to the midnight release at my local GameStop with some friends, and that was some of the most fun I've ever had at a release event. Everyone was so thrilled for the expansion, and listening to them share stories of things I didn't understand was honestly just a joy to witness. The atmosphere was incredibly welcoming, and that was a theme that would continue throughout the years. Once I was actually able to play the game, magic ensued. I spent the majority of my time early on traveling the galaxy alone, as most of my friends were exploring the Dreadnought. And honestly, it's something I'm really thankful for. Having that time to play the game at my own pace and experience all the previous content before the Taken King made a lot of moments far more impactful for me in the long run. I remember being so excited back in the day when I hit level 20, because that's when you were able to finally wear a shader. It's small things like that that really added up to a beautiful experience for me. Not long after, I was doing my first raid and sharing those memories with people I never would have met otherwise. Working on a common goal with a mixture of friends and complete strangers was both a daunting and exhilarating experience. Anxiety is something I struggle with a lot, especially nowadays, and Destiny wasn't able to completely cure it. It was able to take the edge off and was a great help to me. And that's something I want to lean into a bit more. The people you meet along the way in Destiny, both in-game and out. There will always be a few bad eggs here and there, but for the most part, the majority of people I've met in-game were incredibly friendly or fun to hang out with. It can all start from something as simple as, or as small as, emoting to each other at the tower, and the next thing you know, you might be running Crucible, or the Nightfall, or a raid with these people. They might show you some collectibles you haven't found, or help you out with an exotic quest you were struggling with, not because they have anything to gain from it, but because they want to. Some of them may even end up becoming your lifelong friends, or they might introduce you to a wonderful Destiny content creator or streamer that you fall in love with. One of the most famous and beautiful examples of this was the Guardian who received the Fate of All Fools exotic scout rifle. It was this weapon that was only given to one person who used Destiny as a form of therapy while recovering from brain surgery, and made big news throughout the community. Fast forward to 2017, and my Destiny friend group had grown decently large. We all knew each other in real life, and were incredibly excited for the upcoming release of Destiny 2, and for about the first month or two, Destiny 2 was an absolute blast of a game to play. However, that didn't last forever. Problems were running rampant in the game. Curse of Osiris was an incredibly lackluster DLC at best. The majority of my friends had stopped playing, and what there was to do in Curse of Osiris was either incredibly grindy or boring, and for me personally, I had reached my limit right after the Dawning ended that year. I quit Destiny. I quit and had no intentions of coming back. Even when I tried to come back after having an itch, I just made myself angry playing it. It wasn't until Warmind, 5 months later, that I was able to try and rekindle my love for the game. The future of Destiny was looking pretty grim, but there was hope on the horizon, in the form of Forsaken. Forsaken was a masterpiece. This expansion single-handedly revived Destiny 2, and for many was arguably just as good, if not better, than the Taken King. There were so many new gameplay features, secrets to uncover, brand new activities never seen in the game before, in the form of a dungeon and gambit, titles, and pinnacle weapons to chase. It was fantastic. Earning Luna's Howl in Season 4 by solo queuing and soloing the Shattered Throne dungeon were some of the most proud moments I've ever had in the game. And all of these things together made me realize something important. Destiny is my safe space. Destiny is the world I can escape to when the pressures of college or work become too much. Destiny is the world I escape to when I want to relax with my friends. It's the place where I'm the most comfortable. It's the place where I feel I belong. All these people in the community that I've never met and probably will never meet, be them players or content creators, I feel a connection to them. To you. We do amazing things together, whether it's solving community puzzles, helping someone out, or demolishing a charity donation goal. The community has always been there, and it always will be. Bungie, you may not always get it right, but when you do, you strike pure gold. Here's to another 6 years. Eyes up, Guardian.